So as a photographer or videographer, I'm sure you already have this on your website. A nice little bio with some pictures of you to tell your story and give your potential clients a little bit of a picture of who they're getting involved with before they work with you. And that's fine and everything, but today we're gonna take that to the next level and do something that I really haven't seen that many real estate photographers or videographers doing, which is making a bio video telling the story about your company, doing all that same stuff, but in a much more effective and much more relatable way. So I've broken this tutorial down into the 3 things that you're gonna need to successfully produce one of these bio videos. And of course, we'll get into all the gear that I use for these along the way and some tips and tricks to help you do them better. And I highly recommend doing this, at least for practice, because once you get this down, it is a super profitable thing you can add on to your business to sell to clients, because anybody that has a business needs to have one of these on their website. And if you're the person that can do it, you're the person that can make the money off of it. So starting off by doing this for yourself, maybe for a friend that has a company too, can be a really great way to start expanding your business if that's something you want to do. So thanks so much for joining. Now let's get into it. This video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound, which is my favorite place and I think the best place to get your soundtracks and your sound effects for your video productions. With over 40,000 tracks to select from that they're continually adding to, you're definitely going to find stuff that is going to work for any type of project you're working on. So if you like the soundtracks in this video, you want to try it out, you haven't tried it out yet, as always, you can use my link down below the video for a free 30-day trial and start trying this stuff out on your actual projects, which is really cool because even on the 30-day trial, if you cancel it afterwards, every video soundtracked and uploaded during that trial period will be covered forever. So definitely no risk to you. They want everybody to try it out. They want everybody to be involved and utilizing their music, which is great. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory behind the example video that I'm showing throughout this tutorial. It is a bio video we made for my friend Andre that a lot of you guys already know, for his video and photo production company that specializes in high-end real estate media content production. So how we made this was I followed him around at a shoot, did a lot of B-roll. Then we had a studio that we rented downtown Houston, and we did a whole interview, A-roll scenario. Also, he does bio videos too for clients, so we did some B-roll of him setting up like lighting and camera gear and stuff like that, so we can use that in the video over some of the parts where he's talking about doing that for clients as well. So pretty simple. We've got the A-roll, the B-roll, and then we've also got what I've been calling C-roll. I don't know if that's the real proper name for it, but basically his own portfolio work. So we've got lots of real estate video examples, we got lots of real estate photo examples to all tie into there. So that's the backstory, so that'll make a little bit more sense if some of y'all don't know who Andre is. And the video is already done, so you should be able to look at it on his website, which I will link down below, which is another great example of what to do if you are a real estate photo video business in general. So as far as gear goes for these types of projects, I keep it pretty simple and use a 24-70 2.8 lens and a circular polarizer to make sure I keep those glares controlled, and also a gimbal. So that's my travel documentary kind of setup, and I'll link all the specific gear that I use down below the video, but pretty much any camera with a 24-70 is going to do the job. You're going to be able to get the most variety, you're going to be able to shoot faster, and most importantly, it's going to help you get this stuff done, and so you can move on to making more money and getting more clients. So the first thing you want to get, and probably the hardest thing to get if you are not used to being on camera, is the A-roll. So that's going to be anything like this that you're watching right now, where you are on camera and talking, telling about your business. And probably the main reason photographers and videographers don't do this for their own company is because we're typically used to being the people behind the camera. So being in front of the camera is a super weird experience, and one that a lot of us avoid at all costs. But being on camera is like a superpower, and once you get over doing a few bad videos, a few videos where you realize why you look awkward or feel awkward, you can really start getting the hang of it. And the biggest thing for me is if I'm the actual person pushing record, that's a whole different experience than somebody else recording. So definitely worth a try, and it's not like you have to go post this anywhere if you don't want to. If you just hate how it looks, that's fine, but it's gonna be worth it. So in our A roll, the main goal for this is to make it client facing. So the way you're going to be telling about stuff is the way that clients want to hear it. So saying that they're important, you're going to be putting in a lot of effort to make them stand out, win new clients, be competitive in their own market, etc. That's some of the stuff that they want to hear, so it's definitely worth putting in your script. So client facing, you want to explain anything that you do that is super unique. The cool thing about videos is you don't necessarily have to actually explain everything, because you can have video examples and photo examples just straight up showing what you can do while you're talking about anything. So you could be telling a little bit of your backstory about photography and showing off how you do time lapses or some of those really cool day to night video transitions or speed ramps and all sorts of stuff like that. Why not? And for this example video that I did with Andre, he actually did something funny and used ChatGPT to make his script, which I thought was pretty smart, because I think just for the prompts, he just said real estate photographer, videographer. I think he put it in his bio that he already had, and then he said he wanted to be client facing. He wanted a call to action at the end to make sure to mention that he's in Houston, and it spit out a pretty solid script that we then took and did a little pre-production meeting and edited it a little bit, and then we also changed a few things while we were actually on set to where they just sounded a little bit more natural and more like Andre in the video. So that actually made the writing process super simple. So if you do that, make sure to personalize it a bit so that all of y'all are not just ending up with the exact same video produced by AI. And if you like the soundtracks and sound effects in this video, all of them have been found using Epidemic Sound and Sound Match AI. With Sound Match, I just uploaded a rough edit of this whole video, and it instantly gave me suggestions by analyzing the tone, the mood, the rhythm, and then it instantly delivered a curated selection of soundtracks from their massive collection that worked perfectly to take my video to a whole other level. Their normal search features are great. You can search by topic, you can search by genre, you can search by instrumental or not, and they've got everything covered. But I'm definitely gonna be using this tool more often because I'm always looking for ways to save time in the editing room. So if you want the best music for your videos and you also want to speed up your workflow like me, make sure to use that link down below for a free 30-day trial for Epidemic Sound and get started with that today at no risk to you. Like I mentioned earlier, the free 30-day trial covers your licensing for anything you do during that time, and even if you cancel it. So big thanks once again to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video. So recap for the A-roll. Make your script about your business, about your location, about what you're going to provide for your clients, what do you do that's unique, and also a nice call to action at the end. So if you don't know what a call to action is, that's just literally something that asks them to connect, ask them to email you, ask them to check out your site, ask them to book you. That's it. You just want to leave the viewer on that note to where they clearly know that they can hire you. The second thing you need for these videos is B-roll. So that's just going to be the behind the scenes shots of you working, whoever's on your team working, doing video, doing photo, having some client interactions that are positive. So if you can get one of your clients on board or someone to act like a client, that's what you need. You need those smiling people. You need those people working with you and, you know, making you look like you know what you're doing. Hopefully you do, but if you don't, you can get some people to act like they are, maybe some friends or family. Most people that are going to watch this that are potential clients are not going to know who these people are. So you want to make sure to show your positive client interactions positive work relationship with clients, and just some gear that you use. You don't want to show too much close-ups of gear just because it might be outdated at some point. That's how it is. I think more just showing the process and the general work environment with you is good. And if there's anything that can make you look cool, that doesn't hurt to add as well. So we did all that, kept it pretty simple. I tried to incorporate a good variety of types of camera movements. So for the real estate stuff, if Andre was moving a lot, I would maybe have a more static shot and let his movement be the movement that's in the frame. If he was just kind of standing there taking a photo, I would do maybe a parallax shot. So literally just zoomed in a bit, spinning around him, keeping him center framed. Those always look really cool, kind of a hero shot. Definitely a lot of following shots, so just straight behind, wider shot, following the person. Those always work really well. Some over the shoulder shots showing kind of the camera screen and those types of things that are behind the scenes works really well. And then one thing I did to change it up a bit between the real estate shots behind the scenes and the bio kind of cinematic behind the scenes stuff was I did all those ones handheld. So I thought that gives it a little bit more of a cinematic behind the scenes feel, documentary style maybe, so that I would have a variety in the edit. So it doesn't all just look perfect like it's stock footage or something. And I knew that for this video for Andre, we were going to be using some type of a rock song. So having a little bit of shaky camera movement, I think works really well. But that's just because I know Andre personally, and I know he used to be in a metal band and he would think this was cool. But obviously the music preference and all that stuff is going to be different from person to person. So that's what I went with, and he was very happy with it. All right, on to the last thing, which is C-roll, which I mentioned earlier. So we basically just got all the videos that Andre had of luxury real estate, bio videos, social media content, portraits, high-end real estate photos, and I went through and cut out the best stuff that would supplement the talking points, and that's it. So I would recommend for this, definitely you want to show a good variety of stuff. So you want to show your specialty work, you want to show your normal work, and you also want to show your ideal work. So even if it's a spec project that you did, like if you haven't done any bio videos for clients, you could do some interview setups to show as samples, and that'll give the viewer a picture of what it might be like if they hire you to do that for them. So you want to cover all the bases. You don't want to leave them questioning whether or not you're capable of doing normal stuff, but also I think you want them to notice some unique stuff that you can do as well. And a bonus, I think that showing anything that makes you unique, or if you have any special interests and want to show yourself doing some things like maybe interacting with your family, or if you have a team, showing some team interactions, maybe go do some team building exercise. I think the kind of heart-to-heart connection that you can build with just a few little personal things like that can definitely seal the deal.
My name is Andre, and I'm the owner of ProReal Media based in Houston, Texas. ProReal Media is a photo video company primarily in the real estate space. We offer modern listing photography with magazine feature-like images, cinematic real estate videos, lifestyle photo shoots, social media content, and branded videos like this one. Unlike other real estate photo video companies, we focus on quality over quantity, so you're not just another order in our system. The biggest thing that sets us apart is our cinematic real estate lifestyle short films. That's right, we create highly produced short films of high-end luxury properties to ensure that you and your listing stand out from your competition. We create a full-on story to suit your listing, use actors and subjects, and use cinema cameras to truly portray the type of lifestyle you can live with a relatable story to convert potential viewers into buyers. Now doing this for over 5 years, I can guarantee that we give 110% for every shoot that we do. So if you're a realtor looking to elevate your business, let's connect.
If you got any questions about it, let me know down below. and maybe some ideas for future videos to cover some more of this stuff more in depth. Definitely glad to do that, as always. And don't forget, I will link down below Andre's info, his website where this is hosted, and the actual edited video, and all the gear and stuff if you are trying to figure out what to get to make this. So anyways, I hope this video is helpful. If you're new, thanks so much for joining. If you're old and you've been around for a while, thanks so much for the continued support. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.